What's up, guys? Today we are looking at some Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So this is one of my all-time favorite fighting games. It's really fun to play. There's an insane amount of depth, and you can see just from looking at the character select screen, the number of characters is really crazy. So even though this game's nearly 20 years old, it is still being run in a lot of tournaments. There was a recent tournament called the Battle of the Strongest 2, which was really exciting. I've included a link to some videos of that down in the description if you want to check out what really high-level gameplay of this game looks like. But today, we're not going to be talking about the kind of characters you see in tournament, you know, the top tiers. We're going to be talking about the low tiers. So a lot of times, it's not uncommon for there to be low-tier tournaments for this game. So tournaments where like the top 10 or so characters are banned, and you have to make up a team of everyone else. Just kind of for fun, because the top tiers are so strong in this game that a lot of times tournament top 8s will all contain like the same, 8 to 10 characters. So people really enjoy messing with the low tiers, both for low tier tournaments and just for playing for fun with friends. So what I'm doing here today is I'm making a list of 5 really amazing and fun low tier teams that you can try out in this game that have some pretty broken tech that you can exploit. So let's jump right to number 1. Alright, so the first team we're looking at here is Anakaris and Sun Sun. The middle character doesn't matter too much. I've picked Akuma for kind of the sake of explaining. Akuma assist is pretty decent because you can like use it to set up combos. So that's another assist I would kind of recommend if you're trying to play a low tier team. But yeah, what we're looking at here is Anakaris Sun Sun. So Sun Sun has a really good assist. It's completely invincible for the startup. So it goes through a lot of stuff. It'll get people off you, which is really important in a game where offense is so powerful like this. Anakaris is kind of a weird character. He's got like a weird fake tri-jump with this thing. He's got like some interesting resets and stuff that he can do because he has command throws. But what we're really caring about Anakaris here for is for this move. So where he spits out this little cloud thing, and then if you get hit by that, you become cursed. So what being cursed means is you can't block, you can't attack. All you can do is kind of move and jump around really slowly. So normally this move isn't that good because, you land it, you get like a combo or whatever, and then you're done. So what you can do with Sun Sun assist, and this works with a few other assists as well, but Sun Sun, in my opinion, is just kind of the best one for setting it up, is you can set up a combo into the curse, basically. So you can launch them up, and then kind of smack them down into the curse, and then you can loop it. And the opponent really can't escape this. Even though, they can run around and stuff, really all you have to do is dash up and launch them, and you will land this on them because they can't block while they're cursed. So if you can successfully execute this, you can basically put the opponent in an infinite. Because they can't block when they're in the cursed state, you can just do this to them until they're dead, and they can't really get out of it. You can shake to get out of the cursed state faster, but usually you're not going to be able to get out of it fast enough, and the Anakaris is just going to loop you forever. So like a pretty stupid strategy that does work somewhat well is you fish for the curse, and then if you ever land it, just go straight into the infinite. So I would say this is a pretty fun team to play. It's got kind of a gimmick to it, but when you finally land it, you're going to feel really good about yourself, and the opponent is really going to hate you for basically putting them in an infinite. So Anakaris plus Sun Sun is a pretty funny strategy that can definitely perform well in a low-tier context. Because generally with low tiers, it's hard to do good damage. It's hard to kill people fast with low tiers. So if you have an infinite like this, it really can make the difference and win you the match a lot easier. So that's the first team, is going to be Anakaris plus Sun Sun. So the next team we're going to be looking at here is Team Z. It's so called because it is named after Mike Z. It's the team that he plays in tournament. And I wouldn't really consider this a low tier team because it does have Dr. Doom on it, who's a pretty strong character. And it does use Tron projectile assist. So Tron projectile assist tends to be a banned assist in low tier tournaments. And the reason for that is, look at this damage. It's like 25-30% just by getting hit by the assist. So you can use it for stuff like, set them up with a combo off it, and then all of a sudden you're doing like ridiculous damage just because of the power of this assist. So the assist is good, but what really sets this team over the top is Glitch Juggernaut. So Juggernaut is normally, you know, he's kind of like a really, really slow character, but he has some really big normals. But he's not quite good enough to see much play in his normal state. But what he does have is an attack that powers him up. So you can see here, he turns red, and then the next attack you do does extra damage. So normally this does that much damage, but in a powered up state it does that much, a good chunk more. But there is a glitch involving this power up where if you activate it and then you tag out, he'll actually keep the power up forever. So let's see, like, this is how much damage his super normally does. I would say that's around like 35–40%. But then we'll power him up, we'll tag him out, bring him back in. Now let's see how much it does. Oh yeah, way more, like 60%. And he just has this power up applied forever. He can just do insano damage for pretty much as long as he lasts for the rest of the round now. So there are ways to remove it. If you activate the power up again, it will go away. So you can see now he's not powered up anymore, but then you can just reapply it by powering up and then tagging out again. So yeah, this powered up state is really ridiculous. It also powers up his assist. So his assist will do a lot more damage now in its powered up state. So there's some pretty fun combos you can do with this. Like with Tronbon, you can use this to combo off of throw into her sort of grapple gun, and you can combo off that. So that's really cool. You can even loop this combo. So like this, launch, and then do it again. Pretty ridiculous. That pretty much will always be a dead character if you manage to pull off that reset. So that's really crazy. And then the last really good thing I want to talk about here is Dr. Doom Assist. So Dr. Doom Assist is generally an extremely strong assist, one of the highest chipping assists in the game, plus it covers a lot of screen space. So what you can do here is you use Tronbon's drill attack, which if you mash out more hits, you can get a ton of chip off that. And then you can combine this with Doom Assist to just chip them for a ton. You can do like Tiger Knee Drill off the ground and then use the assist to keep yourself safe. So this is like a really, really crazy team, and it can pretty much compete with top tier teams. It might be a little bit more of an uphill battle, but it can definitely hang because the damage with Juggernaut is insane. The ways that like Dr. Doom Assist sets up chip is really good. And then Dr. Doom on point is definitely no slouch himself either, especially when he's backed up by that super damaging Tronbon assist. So really sick team, and it's definitely worth trying if you're interested in messing with a more unconventional team in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So next up, we're looking at yet another Juggernaut team here. This is going to be BB Hood Omega Red Juggernaut. Now, it doesn't have to be Omega Red. He's kind of the least necessary part of the team. You can really put whoever you want here. But Omega Red, he works really well because of some of his supers that I'm going to explain later. And also, he's a pretty decent character in his own way. You can use assists to kind of cover his moving forward with BB Hood and Juggernaut. It's pretty decent. He's got an air dash, which is nice. But really what we care about here is Glitch Juggernaut again. So we're going to glitch Juggernaut and tag him out. That's usually what you're going to try to do at the start of most rounds here. And then you're in here with BB Hood. So BB Hood can be a very annoying zoning character. She's got a lot of projectiles, and that combined with the glitch Juggernaut charge assist, this time we're using charge, like you can just get insane damage going. Like really crazy damage just off of projectiles. So that's nice. But there's one really big reason why we run this team, and that is the Team Hyper combo. So in case you don't know, Team Hyper combo is when you press both assist buttons at the same time, and then all three of your characters come out and do supers at the same time. So with this team, you can do short into Team Hyper combo, and look, if your Juggernaut is glitched, it does 100%, no problem, and it's really easy to hit confirm. Just do short, check if it hits, and then if it does, booyah, in they come, and you kill any character for 3 meters. So this is really, really ridiculous. Obviously, it is going to be kind of hard to open people up with BB Hood because she doesn't have an air dash or anything like that. But it's not that bad, to be honest. Really, all you have to do is fish, and then the first time you land this, that's a dead character. So not too hard to build meter either because you're going to be throwing so many projectiles, keeping the opponent at bay, annoying them. And her combos are pretty decent as well. Like, It's not too hard to set up supers by herself, which does do a decent amount of damage, or you can just use this as like a chance to set up her zoning. But then as soon as you get those 3 meters, it's party time, boys. So this is like a really sort of one-note strategy, but I cannot stress how effective this is. You're going to have a way easier time killing your opponent than they are going to have killing you, because the damage that you're going to unleash with Glitch Juggernaut is just absolutely out of control. It's ridiculous. So really fun team to play, and if your opponent's never seen it before, their mind is going to be blown as soon as you pull out that 100%. So yeah, BB Hood and Juggernaut, and really whoever you want middle. Omega Red works well, but really it doesn't matter too much who's in the middle. You can get away with pretty much anyone. So really sick team there. That's going to be our third team on the list. Alright, so the next team we're looking at here is Colossus, Ken, Thanos. So this is a team that a good friend of mine, Jayford, plays. And this team's pretty nice. Colossus and Ken both have good assists for helping each other. They have great anti-air assists. They'll kind of go through everything. That applies to Colossus as well. For the most part, the assist just does a ton of damage, and it gets people off of you. And one thing about these characters is, if they land an air combo on you, it just does ridiculous damage. There's actually a glitch with Ken's Air Tatsu where it does unscaled damage. So you can see if you manage to connect with multiple hits of it, the damage is just out of control. Like, it does so much. Easily 50% if you manage to get 4 hits. And similarly with Colossus, if he manages to land a launcher, he's going to do a ton of damage to you as well, especially if he involves his super. Well over 50% using that super, but it can be a little hard to open characters up, especially with Colossus. He's a very kind of sluggish character. He has really big normals, but it's kind of hard to open people up. But what you've got here as your trump card is the Thanos bubble assist. So if this assist lands, it traps the opponent. They can wiggle out, but you should have plenty of time to run up and get that launcher that you need to just do crazy damage to them. So really, the strat here is we're just going to bully them with big normals, and we're going to fish for that Thanos assist, and then whenever that lands, they're going to Party Town. And that applies to Ken as well. So, you know, you can bully them with air normals, maybe throw around like air Tatsus or whatever, but as soon as this bubble lands, they are really going to Party Town. You're going to do so much damage to them just off of one launcher, and not even using any meter for Ken. And you can do fun stuff like, you know, jump in plus bubble, and they'll get really scared of the bubble hitting them. But then you can do like empty jump low, and then the bubble hits. Just go into crazy damage. So this team is really, really fun. You can really open people up with the bubble. It's a lot more effective than it looks when you combine like crossing up with assists. If you're a Dragon Ball FighterZ player, in that game you cannot cross people up with assists, but in this game you can. Call the assist and then jump over, and they'll get crossed up. They have to switch the direction they're blocking, and if they don't, they're going to Party Town. Tons of damage. So this is a really fun team to play, and really effective as well, I think. When Thanos comes in, he can be a little bit weak. He's a pretty crappy character, I think. His neutral is weak, his mix-ups are weak. Really, he only kind of has 2 things going for him. One is this super, quarter circle forward plus 2 punches. This super does pretty good damage, it's completely safe on block, and then in certain situations you can actually combo off it, so that's cool. And the other thing he has going for him is actually an infinite. So his back plus heavy kick, you can do this into the bubble, and it's an infinite combo. So if you ever manage to hit them with the bubble in the corner, you can just go right into the infinite. So he does have that up his sleeve, but despite having a true infinite, he's still one of the worst characters in the game. But the assist is just too strong. Having that assist on your team really can make for some huge damage. So give this one a try as well. Thanos is a pretty sick assist that can be a lot of fun to play. And finally, number 5, we're going to be looking at my current low-tier team that I play, which is Zangief, Captain America, Ryu. So Zangief, I would say, is a fairly weak character. He can be really hard to get in with, and he doesn't really have anything special in terms of combos or anything like that. But he does have 2 really helpful assists here. Captain America assist is an invincible anti-air assist. It's really good for getting the opponent off you, but you cannot combo off it really at all. So that's a downside, but it can still be helpful if you're being rushed down. And then Ryu assist, where he throws the fireball. We're using Ryu projectile assist, which is usually considered fairly weak, but I think it works well with Zangief. It gives him sort of something to chase behind, and then by using Zangief's anti-air throw, you can set up like perfect cross-ups, and then combo off them, do 50-50s afterwards. So what you can do if you land a launcher with Zangief is you can cross under with Lariat, or you can stay on the same side. They have to guess which side you're going to go to. And then if it hits, you can hit him with this super, and it's actually inescapable. If they hold up, they can't escape. So pretty sick strategy there. Mostly you're just going to be going for cross-ups. If it lands, go for the other cross-up here, mix them up with his super. So it's pretty cool for that reason. But you do have a backup plan if this doesn't work out. If Zangief is getting wrecked, what you can actually do is power him up. If you do a reverse Dragon Punch plus Light Kick, he turns into Iron Gief. So the thing with Iron Gief is he can walk through everything. He does not take any hit stun from attacks. So you can pretty much walk through everything, but he also cannot block, which is a big downside. So the opponent tends to be able to just keep you away with projectiles. Iron Gief is not really like a valid strategy as a point character, but as an assist, it's insane. Iron Zangief assist will go through absolutely everything. So you can call this assist, combo off it really easily. It's nuts. So what I like to do is I power up Zangief and then I raw tag in Ryu. And that sets up kind of your second game plan here. You can zone with Ryu. If they get close, call Iron Gief, see if you can combo off it. And one of Ryu's most effective tools is his air super. His air Shinku Hadoken is extremely fast. It's like 1 frame startup. It's really, really fast, and you can Tiger Knee into it off of a lot of normals, so that's cool as well. Or, if Zangief hits, just do it then. But then the other really cool thing about this is if it ever lands, you can go straight into Final Justice with Captain America. So unlike Marvel 3, this is actually a level 1 super in this game. Only costs 1 bar, and usually it's very, very hard to actually land this super, but right off of this, right off of Shinku Hadouken, you can go straight into it. And the damage is absolutely incredible. You can see well over 50%. So that is honestly pretty sick. And then when Captain America comes in, he has some good stuff as well. He has this backflip move. So you can like use this combined with Ryu assist to like go for cross-ups. And Captain America's air combo is not bad because he can link his jabs together like this. He can get pretty decent damage. Captain America can also do combos like short roundhouse into his Dragon Punch super. And this is pretty nice for DHC because it keeps the opponent standing. So you can do stuff like this into Ryu's Tatsu super, which does a lot of damage. Or if you want to spend an extra 2 meters and you really want to damage the opponent, you can just go straight into Shin Shoryuken, which is insane damage. It's one of the few level 3 supers in the game, and the damage it does is actually ridiculous. And then again, if you ever land this Iron Zangief, just go straight into Final Justice, which that you can also cancel into Shin Shoryuken. So really sick DHC setups with this team. It can be a little bit hard to play neutral with Zangief and Ryu especially. Their neutral is a little bit awkward, but you can really make it work. And if you ever, you know, pull stuff like this off, you're gonna feel so cool when you see the insane damage that you're able to pull out without too much effort. So I've been playing this team just for a little while so far, but so far I'm really enjoying it. I think it's really sick, and I think it's a great kind of shell. You can really put Iron Gief on any team and it'll be good. So I recommend giving him a shot yourself. So with that, that's going to be the end of the list, guys. I hope you enjoyed and didn't mind me playing a different game from what I usually play. But I really do think that this game is incredible. It's super fun. It holds up even to this day. So I recommend you give it a shot. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.